Okay, I'm gonna make some Spaetzle today. I'm gonna use it later on for dinner, but Spaetzle is in case you didn't know what Spaetzle was, Spaetzle is a German dumpling. So we love it. I serve it a lot of times with chicken, with a Wiener Schnitzel or a pork cutlet. It's really good with everything as far as I'm concerned. Now, normally when I make this, I don't measure anything. It's all about consistency, but for the sake of doing this, I'll see if I can get some measurements for you. It's not an exact thing. Well, we can make 20. We'll just go with 2 cups of flour. And then the other thing that we're gonna learn while we're doing this is how to make this batter, any batter, without lumps. So the first thing we're gonna do is the flour, the eggs, a little bit of salt, and then start mixing that. Oh, I guess I need to measure kind of how much milk I'm putting in too. So we're using milk for this. So there's 2 cups of flour so far. Again, I don't normally measure this. So what we're going to do when you're making any batter, you want to get it so that it's thick. Let's go a little bit more. So about like this. And now you can mix it around, and while you're doing this, the friction, because the batter's thick, is breaking all those lumps up. Okay. So now that was 1 cup of milk. And the consistency on this batter, it has to be pretty thick because we're going to pass it through a Spaetzle maker. I'll show you what that is in a second. So this is about the consistency we're looking for right there. See that? Fairly thick. So we used about 1.5 cups of milk. I like to put just a splash of olive oil in there. It just makes the batter, you'll see a difference here. See, the batter is a lot smoother now. Has a nice consistency. That's exactly what we're looking for. Okay, so I've got a pot on the stove right now with water boiling. And you need to make sure the water is rolling, because if you don't, it's gonna just plop down there and it'll stick on the bottom of the pan. You don't want that. So this is a Spaetzle maker. You put the batter in here, go back and forth. It cuts the dough off. It goes down. It makes the Spaetzle. There's several different kinds. I've seen like, I don't know, 3 or 4. When I was working in the hotels, we used to use just a big perforated hotel pan. We'd put it in there and push it through into the water, because obviously we were making a ton of it. So I also, when you're working with a gas burner, I pull the pot over a little bit, because I'm working right here and I don't want that flame coming up on me. So this goes pretty quick, guys. It doesn't take long. Kind of like with the gnocchi, it'll go to the bottom, and then it'll float to the top. When it floats to the top, let it cook for a second or so, and it'll be finished. So back and forth. I mean, all this stuff is really pretty easy. It doesn't take a lot. And I don't want to overcrowd the pan either with the Spaetzle. So it'll start coming up here in a second. See it? Starting to float to the top. It's just gonna give it a quick stir in the bottom, make sure nothing's sticking. It's rising to the top. So I also like to get this cold as soon as it's finished so it just stops cooking. But I mean, that's Spaetzle right there, guys. Pretty simple. So what I do with it, you can saute it in butter, season it with salt and pepper, throw some parsley in it. I like to cook it with, I saute it in a pan with a little bit of butter, and then I'll throw in a couple spoons of sour cream. It's really good. I've been making this for, I don't know, probably 40 years. Back when I was a young guy right out of the Army, I worked with a lot of German chefs and Swiss chefs, and so they made this a lot. So this is ready. Take that out, put it in a bowl with ice and water. Okay, and now we'll finish it. You should try this, guys. This is going to be with, I'm going to serve this with some chicken marsala tonight. But another thing that I love it with is a German dish called beef rouladen. And that is a thin piece of meat pounded out with duxelle or mushroom stuffing. It's brushed with some mustard. Some people put a wedge of potato in it, maybe a piece of cucumber, roll it up, and it's braised.
Cucumber or pickle?
Pickle, I'm sorry. Well, cucumber, pickle, same thing, right? It's close. But anyway, I love it, beef rouladen. I'm sure if you look online, and that's one of those things, it's like pot roast. Everybody has their way of doing it in Germany, so if you look it up, I'm sure you'll get a whole bunch of different recipes on how to do it. Or you can message me and I'll tell you how to do it. So, these are ready. I don't know how many minutes that was, but start to finish, it wasn't very long. You know, the most important thing is the consistency, and I measured it out for you. So what we had was 2 eggs, 2 cups of flour, and about a cup and a half of milk. So you just remember you want the consistency.
A dash of oil.
A dash of oil. Just remember what you're looking for as far as the consistency. So that's it for Spaetzle. I hope you try it. You're gonna love it.